In this video we will be trying our very first Barrows run, and there is one question that I keep asking myself: how are we going to do this without any prayer restore methods? And as always on this account, I think that what we will be doing is just jumping straight into Barrows without preparing too much and hoping for the best. There are however two things that I want to get done before we start Barrows. First of all, for obvious reasons, I want to get level 43 prayer. And since I am already level 40 prayer, I have calculated with the XP from Holy Grail, it will be enough to reach 43, so all we need to do is complete Merlin's Crystal and then Holy Grail. And the other thing that I want to get is the Shades of Morton teleport. As of right now, the fastest way that I can get to Barrows is running from Varrock, and that doesn't seem very efficient nor very fun. So let's just get started. In blind man mode, I will be trying to obtain the Old School Runescape quest cape while playing in almost complete blindness. But you will be able to follow along from above and see everything that happens all around me. While this is what my perspective will look like. So welcome to blind man mode. And here we are starting Merlin's Crystal, which is the only requirement that we need in order to start the Holy Grail. And all in all, not a very eventful quest. Here you can see me sneaking into the fortress, and I had already spent 7 minutes of the quest as I needed to figure out who I needed to talk to beforehand, so it did end up taking me quite a while, as I do need to run all over RuneScape picking up different items and talking to different NPCs. And after more or less 28 minutes I did manage to complete the quest. Not the most interesting reward, but 6 quest points might come in very handy, especially if I want to do recipe for disaster soon, because I think that I need a ton of quest points for that. And here we are, ready to start Holy Grail as well. And after spending a very long time collecting all the different items that I needed for this quest, it was time to make it to the Fisher's Realm. And as you can probably see from this clip, the fight against the Titan wasn't that difficult. I just needed to step back and keep flinching him. And it did take quite a while, but in the end I did manage to kill him. And unfortunately I didn't get a clip of this, as I had already turned my recording off, as I had spent various minutes running all around the Fisher's Realms, as I honestly don't know that area and I had no idea how to get to the castle. But I got the genius idea of trying to blow the whistle once again and see what happens. And if you weren't aware, that means that you need to fight the Titans once again, as you get teleported back to the start of the Fisher's Realm. And a very central part of the Old School Runescape quests are running all over Gilnor, which just takes a very long time playing blindly. So for example, this quest took me an hour, as here we are ready to get the quest completion. And a very nice quest reward, which this gave me 2 quest points and 11,000 prayer XP, which as expected did get me to 43 prayer and 15,000 defense XP as well, which got me a single defense level at level 50. And that's one of the 2 objectives completed in order to get to Barrows. Now we just need to complete the Shades of Morton quest in order to get the Shades of Morton minigame teleport. And here we do need level 20 crafting, so I will be completing a few quests giving crafting XP. In order to take advantage of that, we will need a lot of quest points down the line, and at some point we will need to complete all of the quests anyway, so I might as well get some knocked out now. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think that this might have been the fastest quest completion since we started timing the quest completions at a time of 22 minutes, as the Mrder Mystery quest wasn't very difficult at all. All I needed to do was do a lot of things in the mansion, which was almost as easy as playing on a normal account. I only had to figure out exactly how to do it, but I have done this quest a lot of times, so I did remember quite a bit. And with the nice reward of 1400 crafting XP, that does give me a crafting level of 15. And another quest that gives some nice crafting XP is the recipe for disaster goblin miniquest. And since it is the first of the recipe for disaster miniquest that we will be doing, we had to help the cook first, and we do get rewarded with this very nice cutscene, which also looks very nice in the darkness. And in the next couple of videos we probably will be getting back to the recipe for disaster a lot of times, as I really want Barrows Gloves. I have been thinking a lot about them lately and how nice it will be for the account progression and how necessary they will be for the fire cape attempt. And here we are ready to complete the goblin mini quest part of the recipe for disaster. I didn't put a timer on the screen this time, as these mini quests pretty much all involve gathering some ingredients and then you just need to talk to someone and the quest will be completed, so it doesn't make much sense putting on the timer, as my time will be the same as a normal account. And after having made my way back to Lumbridge with the Slop of Compromise, as the food is called, here is the reward with 1000 cooking XP, 1000 crafting XP, which is very nice, that is what we need, and 1000 farming XP. I do also get my first farming XP on the account, which will put me at a farming level of 9. And for the very last quest that we need to do right now in order to get level 20 crafting, I have decided to do the observatory quest as well, as it does give some nice crafting XP and that will put us nicely at level 20. And I feel like it's been a while since we have had a good clip of me getting lost somewhere at 8 or 16 times sped up, so why don't we do that here? And if some of you are unfamiliar with the observatory quest, or maybe it's been a while since you have done it, what I need to do here is I need to find a key to the goblin kitchen where they have a part of the telescope. This key can be in one of several chests and I don't know which one, and the problem is that playing blindly I don't have any idea where the chests are either. And my normal strategy for dealing with a location like this is to hug the right wall, and at some point hugging the right wall I will have made my way all the way through the dungeon, and in this scenario I would have found every single chest. But although I am playing blindly, there is a very big difference in the brightness in different locations. For example, in the lava maze I was able to see the lava when I got very close. In this dungeon everything is pitch black, so it doesn't matter how close to a wall I get, I won't be able to see anything, so therefore I can't use that strategy as I won't be able to tell where the right wall is, and if there for example is a new corridor to the right or something like that. And after walking around for a very long time clicking every single chest that I could find, I finally did get lucky and I found the key. And after 47 minutes we finally managed to make it to the observatory with the telescope lens, and we did manage to complete the quest. And this quest is once again just an example of how long navigating around the map actually takes me, because something like the dig site was a lot easier as there really weren't any difficult parts. I just had to walk all over the dig site a lot of times and it took almost twice as long as the observatory quest, although it had this very difficult dungeon. But something as simple as getting to the dig site does just take me a lot longer than on a normal account, which is why I really don't want to do farm runs for example either, and I really want to see if I can get my herb lore up with lamps. And with a very nice reward of 2250 crafting XP, we did manage to reach a level of 22 crafting, and now we are ready to do the Shades of Morton and finally get to Barrows. And although I don't normally do this time I actually started the timer before going through the entire Mort'ton swamp, as I figured that it felt like kinda part of the quest, although officially it wasn't part of the quest. And it is the first time that I have crossed the gate, and I had to start Nature Spirit in order to get down here. And I actually had anticipated that it would be very difficult with the ghasts and all having to cross the swamp, but it actually wasn't that difficult at all. I just went south and at some point I got to the ocean and I just had to follow the ocean south and then cross the last swamp part where there aren't even any ghosts, so not that difficult actually. And after almost 6 minutes in the swamp I was ready to start the quest officially, so if you want the official quest time you can just take 6 minutes away from the final time. And luckily the official Shades of Morton world is very active, so it wasn't that difficult to rebuild the temple either, as I just had to stand there for a while fixing the walls, as that's pretty much was all that was required since a lot of people had already built the temple in its entirety. And 44 minutes later, and after having spent way too much time in Morton, I did manage to complete the quest, and it has a very nice reward as well with 2k crafting XP and 2k herb lore XP, which did manage to give me a level of 23 herb lore, which is very nice as now the lamps will give me 230 XP each one. And that means that we are finally ready to get into Barrows, so I think we should take a moment to appreciate how incredible this gear looks, as this will be our gear setup for the Barrows attempt. And I will be doing this first Barrows attempt with live commentary, so I will see you at the Barrows entrance I imagine. Okay, so here we are ready to try Barrows for the first time. I think I am very close to the entrance to the Barrows Hills, since I can see the spade over here. I will try to start out with Darox. I don't have any way to restore prayer and only have a level of 43 prayer. We will be using the chaos rune, so I won't be dealing that much damage. I think this is what the gear looks like. Let's see if we can find the hill. There we are. That was quick. I can definitely prayer flick this, I say, and then I missed the first prayer flick. Oh my god, and the second. He has way slower attack speed than I was expecting. Let's not try and prayer flick him anymore. I'm thinking if it will be possible to halfway tank one of them. Maybe Verox, since I think he doesn't hit that much. And I just started walking in a random direction, so I have no idea where we are. So welcome to the Barrows Blind Man Mode experience. Yeah, this is definitely something. Okay, and I think this might be a rim. Okay, there it is. Let's have a look. Who's attacking me? No one. No one's attacking me. What's going on? Didn't I click it? Where are we right now? I think I clicked the ladder to go back up, honestly. It's the staircase. Okay, so let's line up our camera. Staircase here, then the thing should be over here. Perfect. Okay, that's the tunnel. I have no idea who that is. I'm gonna see if I can examine it and see who it is. Large stone goblin, I cannot. Okay, we found the crypt. I have no idea which one it is. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, because it would be very useful that I know which brother is in the crypt, but I don't know what we can do to figure out exactly where we are right now. And I don't see a thing. This is all the way zoomed in. You can maybe see a little bit of the grass if you look very closely, but there's nothing. There's literally nothing to look at. I think it looked like from his thing that he was walking down a hill, so there should be another hill over here, I think. I thought that when I looked at his outline that I could see him like at a downward angle. Okay, I'll use that prayer. I have entity hider off so other players can't help me, but if someone just decide to pop up using protect from melee over here, I'll definitely take advantage. So this should be a melee crypt, or someone just trolled me because... Oh, there we are. Okay, so this definitely... That's it. That's Gotham. That's a perfect one for now. Let's see if we can do Gotham. That's the crypt. Okay. Okay, I'm not mad about that. We know that Gotham's the crypt. So Gotham is the one south of Darox. The only issue is that we don't know which way north. But I think that this was the... coffin thing was up here. Which means that we should be able to move west. And if we keep moving west, Carol should be down here. I don't want to do Carol yet. So we should get to Torix at some point. Misclick the cake. If we just keep moving this direction, we should be at Torix. There we are. Okay, back up to not use prayer unnecessarily. Let's see here, protect from melee. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? You don't find anything. We made it back to Darox. We went back to Darox. Okay, we came from over here. So if that's south, we made it north to Darox. Then we can go west and we'll find Verax, right? But why are we pathing like this now? It feels like we are moving. Yeah, we are moving out the entrance. Okay, that's fine. So this is the entrance once again. And 5 hours later. Oh, there he is digging, so maybe a little bit further. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, melee on. And this one you actually can do the settled safe spotting method, which we might be trying when we run out of prayer, because although he can hit through prayer, I think he will hit me very hard if I don't have prayer up as that little bit of extra defense. And that's the prayer running out. Okay, I could also just kill him normally instead of this. But if I can avoid taking a few hits just running around randomly, I guess that's something. But he actually isn't hitting that hard, I was about to say. Now we just need to not... Okay, he's hitting very hard. And I don't have run on. This is very high skill Barrows gameplay. Okay, so we go attack. And then we run over here. Perfect. We go attack. Then we run over here. Perfect. Attack. And he should be dead. Nice. So here we are once again. I have lined up more or less from the entrance. And I think that a rim should be somewhere around here. I just saw someone running away with a prayer on. But I might already have gotten confused. That's it. That's a crypt. Okay. Okay. If we get some big hits, it doesn't matter that our accuracy is straight up terrible. That's another huge hit. That's a 17. Okay, we will have to tank half of his HP, which might be very much of a problem. Okay, he's only on 19 HP. This is actually going very well. I think I got very lucky here. Let's eat the swordfish instead of the cakes. One more hit. And we got him. I'm actually not that nervous right now, as I think that it would be incredibly unlucky if we can't get one more hit at some point with all of these swordfish, and he doesn't seem to be hitting me that hard. There we are. That should be it, I think. That's it. Excellent. That's 3 brothers down. 2 to go. And let's skip a little bit ahead, as here I was walking around blindly for a very long time, entering different crypts, but never entering one of the crypts that I could safe spot the brother in. I wanted to find Torx, as I figured that he would be safe spottable. Oh my god. We've spent 22 minutes and we've pretty much spent everything on just trying to figure out where the hills are. Now I can't even find the staircase. Where's the staircase? Is it over here? I think I just saw it. A rim. I'm looking at the... I'm too zoomed out. I'm looking at the wrong crypt. Oh, what? No. But why is... Oh, it's always Darroch showing up. That just completely threw me off then. That just completely threw me off. I thought that it would be the brother in which crypt I was that would show up and not Darroch's every time. So that kind of explains it. I don't know how it's possible for me to get into every single crypt like 4 times apart from the Torx one. Ooh, this guy's showing me the way. I think I would have gotten there myself this time anyways, but Torx. Excellent. Okay. He's just walking around. What's that, some kind of smart pathing or something? Can I get him stuck, please? There we are. No? What's he doing? He's just following me all around the room. But so far it's actually going very well. This is actually some very impressive PvM abilities if you ask me. I'm not taking any damage. Maybe I should start a blind nightmare mode account afterwards. And that finally is Torx killed, and we only need Carols and Gothans, which is down in the crypt. So I will be getting back to Lumbridge to restore my prayer in order to try and tackle Carols. So that's Carols. Definitely the hardest one, I think. And I'm not sure if it's possible. Ooh, that's nice that we're already hitting. I would think that since he's using range, he will have a very high mage defense, but it seems like he doesn't. 16 damage, I can hit that. That's it. So here we are a little while later down in the crypt, which I guess will bring its own challenges. Let's just start out by killing whatever attacks us. Ah, there's the door. Is that the safe spot? It is. Ooh, I could actually consider trying to force spawn Gothans here. Ooh, it's the wrong side of the door, but the ladder is here. Come on. That's it. That's going to be Gothan done. So the only thing that we need to do now is to make our way into the center room. Okay, and that's Gothans killed. Well above 88%, and all we need to do is to find the center room. Okay, so let's see our very first Barrows completion. Let's go. Let's open the chest and see what we get. So it's just a strange icon. I thought it was an item for a second, but I think we got all our chaos runes back. So very nice, and that's the first Barrows completion. Unfortunately no item on our first try, but the important thing was getting the first Barrows completion so that we can get all the prayer XP from the mini quest. Although I promised that in future videos we will definitely be back here, as it is one of my favorite minigames, and I think that it will be very fun to try and get some items while playing blindly. And here we are back at Barrows once again, ready to hand in the icon and get our prayer XP. And handing in the icon gives 2 items: a lamp, which awards 20,000 prayer XP, which is very nice, and it did give us a prayer level of 46, and also the minimap, which won't help me at all, as I won't be playing with the minimap enabled at any point on this account. And since I have been doing a lot of hunter in the background and I have reached a level to try catching red chinchompas, I figured that I would do Eagle's Peak, as that is a requirement in order to catch chinchompas. And I have pretty much only been catching salamanders in the background, as it is very chill and very easy to do blindly. And here we are in the middle of the quest, but I wanted to show you that even though we decided to never do tracking again on this account, Old School Runescape has other plans, as I do need to do a little bit of tracking in order to complete this quest. And I figured that I would just quickly knock out Eagle's Peak and get back to Hunter, but one thing that I had completely forgotten about was this puzzle where I need to move some eagles by giving them some kind of bird food and pulling some levers just like in the Ernest the Chicken puzzle. And I was very worried as I did not remember much of this puzzle at all, so I really had no idea what the solution would be, but I started walking around the room trying to figure out what was going on. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't find the bird feeders. I had looked all over the cave and I couldn't find a single one until I realized that I actually had to right click in order to find them, if not they were invisible. So the first thing that I did was that I tried to find all of the levers and tried to figure out exactly which door each one opened, as the birds were very obvious how to use. You could only move them forwards or backwards on a fixed track. And after having moved what I figured was every single lever in the cave, all I needed to do was to figure out how to move the birds in order to get to the correct levers and be able to get to the feather afterwards. And after a while of pulling levers and feeding mechanical birds, I did manage to get to the center room and pick up the golden feather, and now I was very close to completing the quest. And I actually really did like this puzzle, as it wasn't that difficult to do once I figured out what all the levers did, as I knew that in order to open this door I need to get to this lever, and in order to get to this lever I will need to feed this bird. So I always had a next step and I didn't have to figure it all out in my head before starting to do anything. And a little while later, that is Eagle's Peak completed. A little bit of Hunter XP, which at my current level doesn't matter that much. And the important thing is the ability to use box traps, as I want to try catching chinchompas and see how that works. And hopping a little bit into the future, I did end up catching more or less 500 red chins, but it wasn't the most interesting activity, so I figured that I would wait until black chins to show it. And here we are with level 73 Hunter, which is exactly the level needed to catch black chins, and we are going to catch them right now. And I do enjoy catching chins while playing blindly, although the red chins had a pretty low catch rate when I caught them, so it was pretty slow XP per hour anyways. I will see how it works here with all the PKers and everything, because it takes me quite a while to get back every time, so if I do end up getting PK'd often, I might have to go back to black salamanders, which I have been catching until level 73. I didn't bring any teleports or any food or anything because I can't see anything and I literally have entity hider off, so I don't have that much opportunity to escape if I do get attacked. So I figured I might as well not bring anything and not lose anything apart from the chins. And here a while later I saw someone get PK'd in the other chin spot, and the very disorienting and scary thing on this account is that I can't see anything. I can't even right click them, so I don't see the combat level. I just see that there's someone with a skull and someone with protect from range. And shortly after coming back from having banked after being scared by the other PKer, I got PK'd as well, but I didn't lose many chins, but this is more or less what it looks like. A skull locks in and I don't have any way of knowing the combat level or anything, and I just can hope that they won't attack me. And here we are the next day back at the black salamanders. I have been hunting a little bit more at salamanders as I am about to hit level 75 hunter here. And I didn't catch more than maybe 100 chinchompas or something like that, but I really didn't enjoy it. I like while training hunter, for example, that I can put on a YouTube video or a podcast and something like that and relax and get into a flow. But every single time I started to get into a flow at black chinchompas, there would come a PK or something would happen and I would have to start over again. So I really didn't enjoy that way of training, and here I am back at the black salamanders, and I figured I would show a little bit of gameplay and show you that it actually isn't that difficult blindly, and I have gotten quite used to it after having been here for a lot of levels. And I think that the wiki states that at my level I can expect something like 130k XP an hour here at black salamanders, not playing blindly obviously, and I have realized that I can reach a little bit over 100k an hour as well when I have gotten into the flow. And I have gotten used to where the different trees are located and everything like that. So when not questing, I will be chipping away at this hunter training, as I would love to get to 83 as soon as possible so that we can get to pure and at least get an amulet of power. And although I do have the level to do that right now, I will definitely not be going to pure before I have a level of 83 in case that I do see a dragon impling and I don't have the level to catch it. If you have made it this far into the video and you liked it, please think about liking and subscribing. In the beginning of the next episode we will be working towards Monkey Madness, and in the next video we will be taking on Monkey Madness as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.